Welcome to Grindtime on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM with Peter Edmiston and Anthony Sane. Here are your hosts, Peter and Anthony.
Come on, come on, come on, come on,
Yeah,
come on, come on. Come on now. Let's go. Get up, wake up.
We go.
If you hadn't woke up yet, I don't know what kind of job you got.
Yep.
It's probably a late night job.
I barely woke up.
I be hating on late night jobs. I just left for one. Be hating on late night jobs. Early morning, late night. Same.
You work overnight there?
4 a.m., baby.
You go in at 4?
Yep, 4 a.m. to noon. And
That was up.
Yep, and they say, you gonna leave the radio station? I wouldn't leave you jokers. I was like, man, are you crazy?
That's kind of dope, man.
I pass. I work at FedEx all
Man,
night
that's
before I
beautiful.
leave, y'all.
I appreciate that.
I got a surprise for y'all. That's when you say what?
Okay.
What-
Go ahead.
what
Now
is
we're
it?
just waiting on it. What's this dude doing,
Where's
man?
he going? No, he's this man.
Is he about to come over?
Bringing in. He's
Oh, man.
Oh no!
There you go, man.
What is that? The veggies. All right, look at that. It's stuck to the bottom. Oh.
It's questionable cheese. There you go. Oh, yeah. It's good, man. Appreciate you,
Let me see
man.
what you got. Let me see what you got here.
There you go, Peter. Eat up, man.
Look at that.
Pepperoni.
That's just giant. One giant pepperoni per slice.
Think I ain't even eat off this joint? Yeah.
Hey, man,
Hey,
don't
that's
be
nice
no
of you,
hater.
man.
I want to
appreciate
see how
that.
you look.
I appreciate that, man. That's
it's
nice
going
of you to
down.
bring. It's a
Come
shame.
on,
No,
Dan.
you were crapping on Subway,
It's a
man.
shame you
So
wasted
in my
that.
head,
It's a
you know, I
waste
was
of-
like,
you
let's
wait-
see what he
it's a
thinks
shame you
about
wasted
it.
that money, but I mean, you know, I appreciate you doing it though.
I'm starting to think that Darren might not have wasted his own money on this. I think this might be a part of a bigger.
This may be
Yeah. 'cause there's-
My NIL deal?
No, there's an event going on in the studio right now. And I know there's pizza in the building, and then Darren shows up.
Strangely enough, it
No, I
just
saw-
Okay,
I
it's
saw
just
the
coincidence.
pizza
I
coming
got
in
you.
from the building.
Well, I appreciate you, Darren.
I saw it was Little Caesars was coming down the building.
Okay.
So this is
Yeah.
No, this is.
we want his reaction. I know
never-
how you feel about Subway. We want his
Yeah, I've had the
reaction.
Subway pizza. Go ahead and taste
You had a
it.
Subway pizza?
Yeah, I had it before.
All right, I'm gonna try this.
Already, go for it. Let's see what you got.
Do you, man. Go nuts. Like
Let's
Gabe
go
said.
try this little. Is this?
Now,
Do they
you got to
cut it?
remember that's the
cut-
Subway bread and the
They
whole.
didn't cut this thing at all. Look at this. Look at the bottom of that thing.
It just wouldn't cut well.
It's not. It's not.
Go say, thanks, say you got to help me take over. It's like Payne's barbecue, right?
Yeah, there you go.
Is that bread?
Yeah, bite in, man. Just
Smell it.
smell the bread.
Smell
Hey, you
it.
look kind of
He was
nasty
talking
smelling
about
that bread. That bread look disgusting. That ain't nasty.
That's okay. I mean, it's okay.
Told you, man.
Good.
That's okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give that. I'm gonna give that an okay.
Now we just got to get you on the sandwiches, and you'll be
It's
one
better
of
than,
us.
it's better than sandwiches. I would never, in my life, go out of my way to get that.
So you never had a taste for Subway?
I would never say like, oh my god, I can't.
Man,
wait
you
to-
get that Subway, get them salt and pepper that joint the right way, throw them little oregano sprinkles on that bad boy. Man,
That buffalo tuna.
man what?
get that buffalo tuna, buffalo tuna pizza.
That buffalo chicken product. It's on the pop.
So today on the show, as you heard Anthony Saint talking about with Johnny, we're gonna talk NBA draft.
Oh, man,
today.
in depth. Nobody is more in depth than us.
We're gonna get into every single player,
The crevices.
every single. We're gonna get into all their crevices, whether they want to or not. We're gonna violate some rules in the process.
A deep tissue dive into.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Shout out to y'all. Let me say this too before we get started, Peter. Y'all, Deshaun Watson apologists are weird. First of all, stop adding me. I crack jokes on Twitter.
Who's the
That's
Deshaun
about-
Watson
that's-
apologist? Who's
I
out
said,
here doing
it was just two guys just came at me like, I don't see anything wrong with this. It's the video with him and what's the girl's name?
that? Oh, Mia.
Mia, I saw that what you posted with
I'm
the
like,
maid
bro,
dress
right.
on.
I'm like, bro, you talking like you've had Mia Khalifa in your house before, like playing on a Nerf goal. Like, why are you acting like this?
And what you
you
said
talking
made
about?
it. When you watch the visual, what you said is very valid.
Yeah.
You're out once you saw him playing with Mia
When I saw
Khalifa
this
in
dude
that.
with a world-renowned porn star in his living room shooting Nerf hoops, I'm like, yeah, this dude's got a problem.
And it just seemed so plain when she
And I
dunked
believe-
on him. You see
Yeah.
how her dress
He
flew
just
up.
looked nasty.
He
He
just,
Yeah.
He just looked nasty the entire video. Like, bro,
She said it was they were neighbors and it was just a
that might be
neighborly
true.
neighborly. I mean, I'm sure they are neighbors, but like, I mean, it still doesn't change.
But yeah, if
The
you had
situation.
access to Mia Khalifa, I'm sure there's something extracurricular has gone down. Like, bro, like once you hit the plateau of Mia Khalifa's in your house playing Nerf basketball with a maid uniform on, like you can't. That's the apex. You know what I mean? What else? Anything else you're doing is perverted, probably at that point.
Well,
it's probably over the edge. Once you reach that height, man, you have to get a new high. So
I don't know. It's
down from here.
It's a mess. We're gonna get him.
We're not talking about that today.
We're not gonna get into the Deshaun Watson level crap.
No Hansel, Emmanuel.
No Deshaun and no Hansel. You took it up, man. You be reading my brain.
I had a friend yesterday. We had another in-depth discussion about him, and I feel a little convicted in my.
Yeah, you should. You should feel convicted.
Why?
Was your friend Jesus?
I don't know.
I hope that's a conversation you had.
I don't feel convicted like, oh, I'm talking about somebody who's got a handicap because he's a
No, he's a baller.
He's a basketball player.
I saw somebody try to criticize him, but no, he put himself out there on the internet.
It's
He's a
like
hooper.
it's not like I'm talking about somebody who's in a wheelchair or something.
We're talking. It is what it is.
Yeah, he has a
No, you weren't going out. We weren't going out.
But what I apologize about is that because I said that he's carrying on the court, and when I actually watched tape, he's carrying a lot less than what I thought he was. I do see a couple times where he is carrying the ball, but no more than your average guy who's got two arms.
Exactly.
Who carries the basketball.
So I would ask you, what else is our money supposed to do besides carry the ball?
Armono.
Mama, there goes that man.
And then somebody's on Facebook. Somebody said we got our shooter and defensive stopper. I said y'all are just ridiculous.
Well, we're not going to talk about him anymore.
Right,
we're going to talk about the big boards. We're going to talk about a
long African power rankings. Are we updating that today?
I mean, I could.
But it's basically the same thing. Your big board and your African board is the same thing.
That's my long board. My big board and my long board. I got to get my long board. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. But yes, we're going to talk a lot about that. We are going to talk about some of the discussions that are happening around these picks too, because a lot of teams are certainly rumored. And I think once this NBA Finals ends, whether it's tomorrow night or whether it's Sunday, you're going to see stuff happen. You're going to see some things occur. So I think that's you're seeing teams talk right now, and I think that's a lot of times it's sort of a polite thing to kind of not do it during the NBA Finals. I think the NBA kind of encourages you not to do that
unless you're a poverty team like the Thunder, you just don't care.
Yeah, and I mean, if it's a move that doesn't really matter that much, then I guess you're kind of excluded from that. But otherwise, yeah, I think you're talking about a pretty interesting situation. We're going to talk about that coming up on the show. More shots fired in the golf world continue, man. Every day it gets crazier and crazier. This is fun. We're going to talk about that. Plus, the U.S. Open starts tomorrow. I know you're excited about that. We'll get to Anthony Saint's picks for the U.S. Open.
You made me like I was working in here. You made me laugh at that.
Sometimes I just throw stuff in there. We'll get Anthony Saint's picks for the Stanley Cup. It starts tonight. Stanley Cup final. Lightning and the Avalanche. First time since the Heat and the Thunder that two non-S names have met in a final.
Anthony Saint for 100 points. When was the first time that happened in the NBA?
What now? The first time the teams with no S
met in the NBA Finals?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, didn't I just say it?
No, you didn't say. Did you?
Yeah.
I thought he did. It was.
He gave out the NBA one? I was typing. I was working.
I said Heat and the Thunder.
Hot dog. I mean, I try to get them every now and again.
I can't stand when people try to throw an S on Thunder, too.
The Thunders? The Jazzes?
Did you know there's not an S on Stanley Cup Finals? Stanley Cup Final.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I knew that. Which I think is stupid because there are multiple games involved in it. So the NBA Finals are a finals because it's more than one game. Stanley Cup Final, if it were a final,
it's the final series.
If it were Game 7, that you could call that the Stanley Cup Final. But no, the Stanley Cup Finals. Come on, it's like saying the playoff, the NBA playoff. No, it's playoffs.
Well, it's a series of playoff series though, so I get that. I could see it going either way, because NBA Final is the final series.
If it's the final game, yeah, like the World Cup Final is the final game. They call it the World Cup Finals is the whole tournament. The World Cup Final is the game. The final.
Because you say the series is singular?
Like when you say, I'm taking my final exam, you don't say I'm taking my finals exams. It's one exam. Then you say I'm taking my finals, which incorporates multiple exams. You don't say I'm taking my final, my college final, in reference to all of your finals. You take your college final is one class, multiple finals.
Couldn't Same be right though?
Yes.
In what way?
He said, couldn't just the final series be the root of
The
this?
series of games is single. Because you're saying this is a series of however many.
Then you would call it a series. Then it would be the Stanley Cup Series or the Stanley Cup Final Series, like the World Series. That's fine. The World Series is a series of games.
Yeah.
Yes. So if you want to call it the Stanley Cup Final Series, sure, great, no problem. The NBA Final Series, wonderful. But if you want to call it the Finals, that's what it is. If you want to call it the Final, then you're stupid.
I think
And
you're wrong,
once again, hockey is stupid.
I just think you're wrong, Peter.
Hey, don't step to me on any grammar-related issues. I'm just going to tell you that right now. Nobody needs to mess with me on grammar-related issues.
I forgot to tell you
and
too,
spelling either. Just get out. Don't. That's the wrong lane to be in.
Peter, I hate to dig up old stuff from before we were really good friends like we are now, almost brothers even. Before we found out we were born like a week apart.
Then why are you doing it? I'm
I had
gonna
someone
eat some pizza here.
I had someone confirm that you look like Keenan Cahill yesterday. And for those of you who don't know who Keenan Cahill is, YouTube it and you'll see. It'll look if you're watching us on the stream. If you're watching the video stream, it'll look kind of like what you're looking at right now.
Nah, man. Look, I don't want to get into that sort of thing. I feel like it's inappropriate to bring up.
I feel you.
But
I don't mean to dig up old stuff. Look at us now, man. We boys.
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, man.
Peter, why we don't hang out, man? Well, you married and I'm single, so they probably. It could get problematic.
When did you invite me out? I'm ready to go.
Darren.
Tonight.
Do you see this dude?
Tonight is we
I
have our weekly talk about our schedule,
yeah.
so I just had to remember that he's out.
Mm-hmm. Next time you come.
Yeah, man. I'm here.
All right, bet.
Let's go.
All right, man. We talking about you got to get up in the morning, all that kind of stuff. We ain't trying
That
to.
ain't his part of town. He gonna treat it like Lamar, like Pains.
Yeah, exactly.
His part
No,
of town.
you're talking about yourself. That's you.
It's you.
That's you. That's not me. That's you.
Can't
That's
be coming on Madison.
Hey, man, let me
That's
tell
you.
him where we be at, man. Like, pop up on us.
You done did it 19 times.
Have we said that for real?
You tried to put the karaoke thing
there.
there.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
Man, listen. You think I don't?
You gonna do karaoke if we go?
If P's there, I'm down. I'm down.
I assume I will. I don't know. I gotta feel the situation out, but sure.
It gets
I'm always
kind of
It's kind
squirrely.
of sticky.
I mean,
You'll be in that joint humming.
Right.
What
is this?
And there's karaoke.
What is this?
man, I'm ready. I'm ready for all of it. Yeah, yo,
All right.
You gonna start? Stop dogging me out.
You should do 50 Cent Put It Down on Me.
I think I'm gonna do that Chili's Baby Back Ribs song. It's been making its way. Have you seen that video? The guys recording that song. It's been making its way around the internet.
No.
Man, that's the guy. It's the behind the scenes video. The guy's going, "I want my baby back, and it's man, they are into it. These dudes are into it. And they got the little guy playing the ding ding ding, ding like the it may be the pinnacle of our advertising culture. Chili's Baby Back Ribs.
I saw something about
Chili's. Can you pull that up for me real fast? See if you can see the video. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see the video. You have to turn it so that Sam can see that video.
Yeah.
But
All right, give me a title to search again.
just look on Twitter. Look for Chili's Baby Back Ribs. That's all you need to worry about.
Yeah.
It's a video. So it should be. It's making the rounds right now. Watch these dudes. See if you can watch these dudes in them. Listen to this. This is when the pinnacle of advertising greatness. I don't want to get ribs at Chili's. I mean, I think you're a maniac.
Have you ever had them?
No. What human being in Memphis?
I've never even seen them on anybody's plate.
I hope to God that if the Chili's in Memphis any of the Chili's in Memphis have never sold a single rib.
Ever.
Because that would just be an insult to Memphis, the city of Memphis. If you go to Chili's, watch these guys right here. This is it right here.
I thought that was Shaq at first.
I want my baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back. I want my baby back,
Chili's baby back ribs.
Wait a minute.
Chili's baby back ribs.
barbecue sauce. I want my baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back.
Boy,
I
Jam.
want my baby back,
Chili's
Oh, harmony.
baby back ribs.
I want my baby
Chili's baby back ribs. I want my baby back ribs.
Come
Boy,
on.
bad, man.
Hey, folks, when he got the broadcast,
I said they got the
hey, we got my boy Larry D.
Yeah.
The boy's good.
I want my baby. I mean, man, these dudes are getting into it.
And I'm sure they got other music out, huh?
I assume so. I don't know who they are, but
That's from 1998. So
from 1998.
For real?
That's what I said. It's been downhill ever since then.
Are those the actual guys from the commercial?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
That's the actual song from the commercial.
I just thought it was just some dudes.
No. That's the
All right.
actual commercial.
Say this.
That's the actual commercial being recorded right there.
There it is.
Come on, man.
I got you.
But for real though, if anybody is in Memphis, hit me up on the AutoZone listener line 901-360-8255. If you've ever have you ever seen anyone in Chili's ordering ribs in Memphis? Explain yourself. Has that ever? Surely that has never happened. If you're a Chili's franchisee here in Memphis and you've ever sold ribs, do you even stock ribs? Surely you don't even carry them. You must tell the Chili's national people, say, look, don't even send the ribs. Just don't you don't even need to worry about that. If anybody orders ribs in Chili's in Memphis, they immediately ask them to leave and go to literally any other spot. don't embarrass yourself. Like a McRib. Don't buy a McRib in Memphis.
I'm trying to think, other than Jim and Nick's, is there another commercial franchise barbecue place in Memphis?
I mean, Jim and Nick's is. Are you talking about a place that serves that has like Chili's that you might be able to get barbecue at? Or?
Where they're calling themselves
a
barbecue.
Tex-Mex that sells ribs.
No, Jim and Nick's is. I think that's the only one.
Yeah. That you can think of.
Jim and Nick's is actually okay. I had it there. I had it one time. It's actually not bad.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
It's not like.
What's the place that used to be where Love used to be? Where Love on Winchester used to be?
Oh.
I don't even know that place even exists.
No, it wasn't.
No, I don't think it exists anymore.
It was white and red. It wasn't Smoky Bones, was it?
Smoky or no?
It was a place before Smoky
The
Bones.
place before Smoky Bones.
No, it was.
Oh, what's Smoky Bones? What I'm thinking about? I don't know. Y'all know. Jim and Nick's is the only one I can
You
think of.
got that one. You got
Because you don't have barbecues in Memphis. You know, I'm trying to think.
No. There's Baby Jack's. I think is a chain. I think they got some. I think we have some Baby Jack's here. I believe. But
What's that place? They're not a chain.
you talking about the Rendezvous?
No. Well, I'm not counting places that are local that have kind of expanded from here.
Right. Like a Corky's. Or
Yeah.
like a
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No, I understand that. All right, so I wanted to share that with you.
Oh, yeah,
Thank
good
you for
stuff,
sharing
man.
all that with everybody here. Now let's we're going to come back. When we take a break, we'll come back. We're going to talk. We're going to get into the NBA draft a little bit. Start getting into some of the details because you know what? A week from tomorrow is the draft.
Mm-hmm.
It's sneaking up on us. This is the most. Is this not the most sneaked up on draft? I mean, this.
Yeah, it seems like it's super close to the finals.
It's
man.
really close.
They're edging it out for real.
I don't know, man.
I'd be kind of offended if I was a finals team. Like, wait a minute, we can't even celebrate in peace.
I know it's and it feels like everybody's kind of looking towards it already. I don't know. This final's not quite captivating.
It's almost like people are like, all right, let's get this over with. And I don't think it's just a Memphis thing. Like, all right,
I don't.
Just get to the draft.
I don't think the finals have captivated people the way that some folks expected it to. I don't think it's quite been.
Yeah.
Don't think it's quite been in that situation. All right, we'll come back. We'll talk about it as we continue. Real Sports Talk Sports 56 98.5.
You have opinions?
Yes.
Of course you do. Everyone does. Hit us up on the AutoZone listener line, 360-8255, 360-8255.
I'm with the expert. Yeah, that's right, expert. Kyle Storms here with Big Green Egg. Kyle, what can you cook on a Big Green Egg?
Almost anything. You can smoke, bake, roast, sear, and grill. Some of the best barbecue, desserts, and pizzas I've ever eaten have been cooked on a Big Green Egg.
I have to be honest. The last grill I had fell apart on me. I had to throw it away. What kind of warranty comes with a Big Green Egg?
This will truly be the last grill you have to buy. Big Green Egg has had a lifetime warranty on all ceramic parts of the egg since 1995. I talk to customers all the time that have had their eggs for 10, 20, 30 plus years. You can't say that about most grills.
How long has the Big Green Egg been around?
Big Green Egg was founded in 1974 by naval engineer Ed Fisher and has never changed ownership. Ed found out that no matter what you throw in an egg, it just comes out better. And now more and more people find out every year.
There's a whole lot of celebrating this month, from people graduating to people getting married. June is always a month filled with reasons to do something special. And you can't get much more special than 117 Prime, Memphis's premier downtown dining destination. When you're marking an important milestone like a wedding or graduation, there's simply no better place to do it than 117 Prime. With the best steaks in Memphis and, for those old enough to enjoy them, the unparalleled wine selection and the huge variety of bourbons, and you've got the recipe for special. You've got 117 Prime.
At Progressive, you can get 24/7 protection, even if you break the space-time continuum.
Ted, wake up. Huh? You look exactly like me. I am you, Ted, from the future. You need to call Progressive. What? Why? Well, they have 24/7 protection when you bundle your home and auto, and my teleportation cube just smashed into your car. Wait, you crashed into my car? Technically, it's our car.
Progressive offers more than a great price when you bundle home and auto. We offer round-the-clock protection, which literally means anytime. Coverage from Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and third-party insurers, and subject to policy terms. Bundle discount not available in all states or situations.
Hey, Mid-South, the Make the Switch event is on now at Gossett, and we're ready to put you in a new ride today. Have you been looking for the perfect vehicle for you and your family, but you're finding inventory's at its lowest? Well, we have the solution at Gossett. Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram, Fiat on the Pike. Stop the searching, stop the begging for a good deal. Come to Gossett, and we'll order the perfect vehicle for you at no extra charge. It'll be the color, the extras, the one you want to drive every day, all day long. Gossett will order the perfect vehicle just for you. It's easy, won't take long, won't break the bank, won't make you wait for hours. We'll order what you want at Gossett, 1901 Covington Pike. You won't be paying for market adjustments or added costs you can't even figure out. And you will not pay more than MSRP for your new Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram, or Fiat. Now is the time that you drive past the rest and come to the best. Gossett, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram, Fiat. Online, GossettMotorCars.net.
If you want it, we Gossett at Gossett Motor Cars.
All pricing includes all rebates and incentives, excludes tax, title, and license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through 6/30/2022. Dealer stock only.
If you want to make money in sales, Flynn Broadcasting wants you. If you can sell, Flynn Broadcasting has a great career waiting for you. If you can sell, we have great benefits, salary, commissions, sales leads, and a great place to work. Can everyone sell? No. But if you can, Flynn Broadcasting wants you. Apply today at jobs@flinn.com. Start your career today at jobs@flynn.com. Flynn Broadcasting wants you.
Now, back to Grind Time on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Here once again are Peter Edmiston and Anthony Saint.
Come on now. Here we go.
My love, do you ever dream of candy coated raindrops? You're the same, my candy rain.
Hit that deep voice on.
Come on.
Have you ever loved someone so much you thought you'd die?
Y'all know about it.
So much of yourself, it seems the only way. Tell me what you want and I will give it to you.
I like it when y'all vibe off
Y'all
y'all old
understand?
school.
What's the little dance they hit? I remember that joke.
I think that's the most known first part of a verse in just about any song. Everybody stops at it. Have you? And then everybody just kind of
Hey,
falls.
them little boys had some grown man soul though, bro. For real.
He look like Craig Mack, the lead
Yeah, he
singer.
did. He always did. I saw a sad video about them. Like those kids really got
Soul
beat up.
for real?
Yeah, they really got beat up by the industry, man. Like Heavy D, like really like what's the word I'm trying to say? Predated those little dudes.
That
man.
is not a word.
For real though, like
Predated.
they said that like one of them came up with Candy Rain, like a piece of it, like you know it's gonna. I wanted to sound. He's a kid, you know what I mean? He's like I came up with this little hook or whatever. I wanted to sound like this. They said that Heavy D kind of took it and put it together for him, and gave them no writing credits for the song. Like totally took
no
the song.
No publishing, no nothing. Huh?
Yeah. Then they tried to do another album. They just really just whipped those kids.
It's Heavy D, man.
Oh man.
That's what I've always said. That's what I've always said about Heavy D, man.
What have you always said?
I say.
May you rest in peace, by the way. But what have you always said about him?
I've always said, man, he's just he'll take that publishing right out.
Yeah, man. That's what they'll do.
My boy diddly.
Yeah, so for real.
Talking about him.
So for real, jamming them.
Man, so for real's, I mean, phenomenal.
Bunch of unhandsome little kids, but
I mean,
they broke through.
They're fine. They did fine. They're fine. They're normal looking kids.
They said them kids was like hood kids when they got discovered too, like robbing folks type kids. Y'all heard that?
But that was when they had you had the Soul for Real. You had like All for One. You had all these little. This was kind of like that little.
Yeah, Soul for Real's a little different though, man. They look like some real bros that was in their group.
That's why it says Soul for Real. That's why
like
they
we
got
for
that
real. we ain't playing.
Word on the street, New Edition was like that too when they found New Edition.
Soul's kind of a euphemism for like hood. Like we about to eat streets for real. Don't get robbed.
That's what we got. We got more 90s groups coming.
I appreciate it.
That's right where we need to be. Right there. As a matter of fact, get that candy coated raindrops. You're the same. My candy rain. Yeah. Something to think about in these dark times right here. You know, you ever love someone so much you thought you'd die. So, maybe that's true of some of these prospects. You know, you ever loved yourself a prospect so much you thought you'd die.
Yeah.
Prospect is so valuable and important and wonderful. And maybe you thought, oh, I got to have this prospect. I got to have this kid. In this draft, now that you've started to really dig in a little bit, you know, you're not your buddy Cam Rose necessarily.
Oh, no. Shout out to my boy Cam Rose.
But you know, you're starting to dig in. You're starting to get after it a little bit. I sent you a message. I said, let's dig in. Let's start to really get after it. And so in your preliminary get after itness, is there a prospect that you started to kind of fall in love with a little bit? Say, hey,
yes,
you know what? I think this might be my guy right here.
I ain't gonna lie.
All right, who is it?
It's my boy out of Michigan State. I think he's like a 6'5". Ooh, I heard an interview of him yesterday. That dude was talking like he might have some combo in him. Like you could put him on the ball a little bit. My boy Max Christie, no relation to Doug Christie.
Mm-hmm. Max Christie he seems very Grizzly-ish.
Mm-hmm. Looks the part, talks the part.
I could certainly see that. Although I'm not as high on him as you are, but I understand. I see what you're saying. Like I definitely understand what you're saying. This is a real interesting draft because I think it's really tricky to predict where some of these guys go. If you start at the top of the draft, everyone seems to be set on the fact that it's going to be Jabari Smith, and there's increasing consensus that he's going to be the number one pick, that Jabari Smith out of Auburn is going to be the number one pick, which is interesting because, we started last year as it was going to be Chet and Paolo, and then Smith wasn't really talked about as much, and then over the course of the season, he kind of emerged. But it's looking like Orlando is going to lean towards taking Jabari Smith, if you believe the newest mocks that are there are a couple of new mocks came out today and yesterday, and then it would be Jabari, Chet to Oklahoma City,
of course,
to go along with he's like the very wealthy man's Pokashevsky basically, and then you have Paolo Banchero, who is here in Memphis working out with Mike Miller and all that. He's going to the Houston Rockets. That seems to be the defined 1, 2, 3. Do you have any issue with those as 1, 2, 3s? Do you think that's the way it's going to go down? And have you started to develop a preference amongst those three guys?
I think that is the way it's about to go down. Smith is really growing on me. He's really kind of a modern NBA type guy, can do a lot of things. I really like him. I think he's the most surefire pick out of those three as far as living up to the potential. Chet Holmgren has a much higher ceiling than any of them because if he pans out, you're talking about like Pau Gasol with upgrades. You know what I mean? Like you're talking about Pau Gasol played in another era where they was like, yeah, shoot threes more. You know what I mean? Like that's who Holmgren kind of reminds me of. Banchero, a lot of guys are kind of saying that his game might be a little bit too tweenerish, or he might not pan out. But I like him as well. But I'm a big Jaden Ivey guy too. for sure. I really think he should be in that mix. I could see him being a guy who really stands out in the midst of those guys. So I think that is the order that's going to go in: Smith, Holmgren, and then Banchero. But like I said, I'm a big Jaden Ivey guy, so I would put him up. I would put him in the mix of those three guys, somewhere in that mix. But he'll probably go 4th or 5th.
Well, as I told you, I've told you before, we'll talk Jaden Ivey because I personally have said, I'm ready. I think I'm ready to put him at the top of my draft board. Just by the nature of the way things are. It's no knock on anybody else, but I just think that's where it is. Jabari Smith, I think you can. The thing is that I think he's going to be a really good player. The jump shot is phenomenal. The fact that he's 6'10" with a very high release on the jump shot, kind of Dirk-esque, that's really strong. Like that is that alone tells you, if you look at the league and you look at guys that can do that, he's got a Michael Porter Jr. kind of thing going, where he's a big dude who's got a really nice looking shot, and you're thinking, okay, this is, but much like Michael Porter Jr., I feel like there's something a little bit missing. It's a lot of it is theoretical with him, because he's not defensively, he's not really a rim protector per se, even though he's tall and long. Now, some of that is because he plays next to Walker Kessler at Auburn, who is a shot blocking fiend. Right. So maybe you put him in a situation where he could be a shot blocker, and maybe he would become that. That's possible. But he's very energetic. He definitely moves a lot. That's cool. Like, I don't think he's a bad defensive player. He certainly moves around. He's a Bruce Pearl type guy. But I also think that a lot of it is, if he just does this a little better, or if he just does that a little better, he's going to be elite. And I don't know that it's all going to come together like that. I think we saw the same thing with a Porter. To me, some of this guy, he and Banchero both have, shades of, you could see them turning into, big time scorers on the like as a Carmelo Anthony type. Mm-hmm. But you could also see them kind of end up like a Harrison Barnes type, which is like, that's a good player. But Harrison Barnes is a big guy, long, can all those sorts of. But is he like a difference maker? Mm-hmm. No, I don't. So that kind of worries me a little bit with Jabari. That shot. I think it's very good, but that shot alone, the handle's not there. I think there's some limit. I don't quite see the unlimited upside the way that some do.
Yeah, for sure. I can definitely see that. I look at I'm probably wrong, but not saying this is who he is, but he just kind of gives off the same type of energy. I'm talking about Banchero now. He reminds me of Derek Williams a little bit. Not saying that's who he's going to be, because Derek Williams was an extreme bust. But he was one of those guys who had that kind of combo forward thing. You're not really sure if he's a 3 or a 4. And, Derek Williams was hyped, too. There were people saying he should have won number 1 that year.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
So I'm not saying that's who Paolo's going to be. But he just kind of puts me in the mind of him sometimes as a guy who he's got all those tools, but you just wonder if he'll be able to put it together in the league.
I mean, that's the thing. When you look at Derek Williams in college, he was unbelievable,
incredible. Yeah,
I mean, unbelievable player. And Banchero, the thing with Banchero is he's the worst defender of the group, no doubt about it. Mm-hmm. I mean, not even close. That I don't know that he's the best. Like, to me, he could remind me of. He's the most Carmelo-ish to me, because I think his scoring upside is really, really high. Like, he's a significant. He's the most, like, versatility scoring wise. He can post. He can catch lobs. He's a great cutter. Mm-hmm. He can create his own shot. I think he's got pretty good handle. I think he creates his own shot off that dribble pretty well, especially given his size. He's a pretty darn good passer for his size as well, so I like that part of it too. It's just that defensive component that is really problem. He's not. I mean, he's not. Again, theoretically, he's not a bad defender, but he just he's one of those guys that when you watch him play and you watch him play defense, you know like why his coaches go crazy.
Yeah.
Because like a lot of guys out there, he has phenomenal tools defensively. He's big, he's fast, he's got reasonable basketball IQ, all that sort of thing. But his effort level, like on defense especially, can not be non-existent at times. And he can get, beaten up and slam into people, guys on screens, and just not fight through screens. And he doesn't box out as much as you'd like to see on defense. He doesn't do those kind of things. And again, man, that position, that's just, I think, going to lead to a very talented player, but a very frustrating player.
Yeah.
And I could see him playing and putting up pretty good numbers, but you're wondering why isn't he better?
Mm-hmm.
In the a la like a glorified Jeff Green, where you're like, wow, this guy's really big and strong.
Yeah.
He can shoot and looks good. I mean, Jeff Green looks like a
he's aesthetically pleasing wonder.
I mean,
if you look at some Jeff Green highlight film, he's like, man, that dude's best.
How is this dude not the best player in the NBA?
Yeah.
Like he's so
not
big.
right now, Jeff Green. I mean, like when he was with Boston, when the Grizzlies traded for him. You go back and look at them highlights, you would think,
you watch the best of, and you're like, my God, this is like LeBron. Like this guy is incredible. And then defensively, he's just he has that kind of thing. That there's a little sort of stink of that. And then Chet Holmgren is the one where it's going to be really, really imperative to the team, if it's the Thunder, whoever, that draft him, to develop him physically. He's got to get some. He's never, with his frame, he's never going to be bulky. He's never going to be a big, strong, bodybuilder type dude. He ain't going to look like Desmond Bain. He ain't going to be jacked. But he's got to be stronger. He's got to get physically stronger, however that goes. You look at Jaren. Jaren's a good example. Jaren's gotten physically stronger. His body still looks, he still is lanky, he's still long and skinny. Mm-hmm. But you can see the physical development. Yeah. If you compare first-year Jaren to last year's Jaren.
Oh, without a doubt.
And he's gotten stronger, and he's gotten able to fight through. That's the stuff that Holmgren, I don't know how well that's going to work with Holmgren. He strikes me as one of those guys that has that insane metabolism where it's just going to be virtually impossible to keep weight on him, because he's going to be working out so much and burning so many calories and doing all that stuff. But man, the versatility is. I'm just very intrigued. I would be very tempted if I'm picking in that spot. If I'm picking one, I'd be very tempted to take. If of those three, I'd be tempted to take Holmgren most of all, because I think his upside is the highest.
Oh, it can be nuts.
But I think he's also the riskiest, because I think his floor is probably the lowest. I think Banchero and Jabari Smith, I think are at worst going to be really solid contributors.
Right. And it's a high.
Holmgren could
be a mess.
Yeah, he could just be like, what
especially with the Thunder, man. This guy? It's because you look at the you kind of typecast guys. You know what I mean? And Jabari Smith looks like what the Thunder, what the Magic always do. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And we already made the jokes about Holmgren or whatever, how he's just gonna be another long bag of tools that the Thunder are picking. And I don't hide the fact I think that organization is a mess. I kind of feel bad for both of those guys, because I think they have great talent, but I'm just concerned if those organizations can maximize those two players. You know what I mean? I kind of almost trust the Houston situation better, because in Houston, at least you've got some young talent there that you can kind of see where they're going with it. Houston had a run where they were looking really good this year, a couple of runs where they were looking really good this season. So I can kind of see a guy going there and kind of thriving a little bit. But those two guys, I'm really concerned about the situations both of them are about to go into.
Well, we've talked about this before, and this is one of the reasons why I'm an advocate for eliminating the draft, because I think it's really hurt guys' careers. There's so many guys who have had their careers impacted forever by being drafted by the wrong team. And, when and this is another incentive, by the way, Anthony, saying for these organizations. I'm really annoyed that the NBA has continually incentivized failure and said, you know what, hey, it's okay. In fact, if you guys, the better you fail, the better your chances are of getting an elite player. You know, the more you lose, the more you're going to likely to get an elite player. And it doesn't matter how badly you run your organization, that's not going to be impacted because a player that's drafted there has to go and play there. If you are a player and you are in like Sacramento, like we'll talk Jaden Ivey and stuff later on the show, but like Jaden Ivey, for example, as an elite, combo guard, shooting guard type guy, if Sacramento drafts him, A, that's a miserable organization historically. B, they've already got Davion Mitchell right, smack dab in that spot. You've still got a bunch of other dudes in that backcourt that you're trying. Is that where he would choose to go? Is that the best fit? No, it's not the best fit for him. And you saw what happened with Buddy Hields of the world and those kinds of guys. De'Aaron Fox, his development seems to have stalled at this point. Is that where you choose to go? No, but you have to go.
Right.
That's not. This is if you made it so that guys, if you put in my plan that I've talked about before about hard cap and being able to pay guys or whatever. Rookies, then the incentive for organizations to be well run would be huge because these rookies aren't going to come play for you. They ain't going to come play for your organization.
Right.
I mean, you could offer them a bunch of money. They're going to say, man, this is just going to tank my career. Like, what's your plan? How are you going to use me and Davion Mitchell and De'Aaron Fox? What are we going to, how's that going to work?
Exactly.
And what? Oh, you're the Orlando Magic. You're going to draft me? Like, okay, what have you done with the other 9 long dudes that you've drafted? Like, what are they? Did they quit? Where are they? Oklahoma City. Are y'all ever going to win? Are y'all ever going to try to win at any point in time? How long into my career before I can actually start trying to win games?
Right.
Stuff like that where you'd have to
real questions to ask.
Real questions that would matter to these prospects because these dudes aren't coming in an ideal world. I mean, right now it's just like they're coming in and it's like whoever drafts them, that's where they got to go. So they got to say, whatever they say. But in an ideal world, you're talking about a bunch of guys that have won their whole lives. These are winning guys coming from winning programs. And you're going to say, you're going to a team that's going to lose 60, 65 games. There better be a good reason for that. If that's going to help my development, fine. But otherwise, let's ask some questions about what's the plan to not be doing that. I mean, other than just, wait for 3 or 4 more years.
Right. And you might have a guy, I'm just kind of throwing this out. You might have a guy who says, you know what, I'm a great player or whatever. I don't want to go somewhere and be their lead guard or be their starting shooting guard. I might be fine being somebody's Jordan Poole somewhere. You know what I mean? Like, you might be a top. I'm not saying he's this type of kid, but let's say Jaden Ivey is like, no, man, I don't want to. I'd rather be the third guard in Memphis than be a starting point guard at Sacramento or whatever. I'd rather play with John Bain and be the Jordan Poole than to be whatever for somebody else. So yeah, I think I'm not against that. I know we're just kind of throwing stuff out, but. Yeah, I'm not against the draft being totally. I mean, the entrance process to the NBA being totally.
It's got to be. It's I don't know. To me, it's one of those concepts that because we've seen it done that way for our entire lives. Most people just don't even consider it. It just seems like it's a non-starter for any kind of discussion. But it makes the more you think about it, the more it makes sense. You'd have to pair it with other kinds of moves. You'd have to work on. Some of the cap situations and, contractual stuff, but there's definitely a way to do it. And it just sucks for guys, going all the way back to Darko, who got drafted by the Pistons that were a team that was trying to win now. They got that Grizzlies pick. They didn't need a top 2 guy. They didn't need a prospect because they weren't trying to do anything like that. So they draft this dude who's raw, super talented, but very raw and needs a lot of hands-on. And they gave him a coach in Larry Brown who didn't give a crap about him and just wanted to win right away. And it stifled his entire development process.
Yeah, for sure, man. Like
just stifled him. I mean, look how many draft picks the Grizzlies jacked up for years before they finally figured out how to develop guys.
Yeah, it makes me wonder what certain guys we had if they went to another organization.
Oh.
Even guys that we picked late, like what they would have been like.
Absolutely. I mean, there's a world where Hasheem Thabeet got proper integration into a team and turned out to be a decent NBA player. I don't think he ever turned into a star, but I think there's a world.
It seems like some real Doctor Strange alternate universe type.
It is
searching. You have to find it for.
That's true, but it's there. Just like a guy like Dwayne Wade, he came work out for the Grizzlies. What if he'd become a Grizzly? Like, would he have turned into D Wade? You really think if he's taken that time, would he have been turned into D Wade under Hubie Brown and then Mark Ivoroni and Fratello? And no,
man, it would have been James Curry.
Yeah,
you remember
James Curry from Oklahoma State?
Yeah, Steph Curry. Like if we'd have drafted him.
Yeah, what if the Grizzlies had drafted Steph Curry, which they absolutely could have? What if the Wolves had picked either
off the bench with Mike Conley?
Yeah, it's wild how this stuff and it sucks because these guys as draft picks have so little control over it. And this is why I never, ever, ever get mad at players demanding a trade or trying to maneuver behind the scenes because they never have any control. How much would it have sucked for Steph Curry to be drafted instead of Johnny Flynn if the Timberwolves had taken Steph Curry? And he would have been stuck in that organization.
Yep.
Would have changed the man's career. Same thing with Michael Jordan gets drafted by that Bulls team or whatever. What if he didn't? What if he got drafted by the Portland Trailblazers?
Yeah.
What if he got drafted by the Sacramento Kings or something? Like, would he have been well within his rights to ask out? Of course he would have. Yeah. So players that don't have any control over any of this stuff, I have no issue with them trying to maneuver their way to whatever because a lot of times the team is the thing that messes them up more so than themselves or anything else. We'll come back. I want to continue to discuss this stuff, in particular when it comes to the Grizzlies, because they're definitely I keep getting these people are starting to dial in on the Grizzlies a little bit. So we'll talk about some of the people that other teams and other organizations and other outlets have the Grizzlies taking, what they might do, some wild cards, all that sort of thing. We'll get into that as we continue here. Real Sports Talk, Sports 56 98.5.
Broadcasting from the Family Leisure Studio, we are Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Hi, this is Troy Fiveash, owner of Fiveash Roof Services. As we all know, Memphis can be a hotbed for severe weather, and that weather can play havoc on our roofs. Most people don't know what they should do first when they're concerned about the condition of their roof. Call their insurance company, call a contractor, or trust a door-to-door salesman that's making claims that are hard to believe. My advice would be call the contractor that you know and trust. If you don't know any, research your local contractors and give 2 or 3 a call. I hope your research will lead you to us. Have your roof inspected, decide for yourself what you should do, and whether or not you should file a claim with your insurance company. It's your home, it's your policy, and it's your money. Don't let anyone pressure you into anything. If you give Five Ash Roofing a call, we promise personal service with a member of our family with no pressure and no hype. Five Ash Roof Services, proud partner of the Memphis Tigers and the official roofer of the Tigers home team. Five Ash Roofing, fair, honest, and ethical. 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com.
Five Ash Roofing, it's what we do. We're here for you.
Hey, I got one of my best customers, Mark, here.
Hey, Montana.
Hey, Mark, tell Sports 56 fans the deal of the century that I gave you at Sleep Cheap.
Yeah, I just bought the whole family some new mattresses. Our backs thank you. These are professional people to work with, good quality mattresses and box springs, and they under-promised and over-delivered. We got the Sports 56 deal, the hybrid mattress and box springs regularly $1,000 for $599, and the wife and I got the king-size mattress normally $1,500 for $999.
Mark, it was a pleasure working with you. Glad you and your family are happy with the quality of our memory foam. Now I'm extending this manager's suite deal to my fellow Sports 56 fans. Check out our 3 locations, 6330 Winchester, Memphis, 1069 Goodman Road in Horn Lake, and West Memphis, 1701 North Missouri Street. Also wanted to let you know Sleep Cheap mattress sets starting at $199 to $4,000. We have twin XLs, queen, king, California king, we got it all. And again, guys, take advantage of this sweet Sports 56 hybrid mattress queen box deal. Normally $1,000, we got it for $599. We also have the king, normally $1,500, selling for $999. See y'all at Sleep Cheap.
Your favorite Italian deli, Lucchese's, now ships. For over 25 years, Memphis has trusted Lucchese's to feed their loved ones. And now they've created 4 great comfort food meals that can be shipped across the country to your family and friends. Enjoy lasagna, ravioli, tortellini, spaghetti, Italian spinach, and delicious sauces with no MSGs, no preservatives, and no artificial colors. Lucchese's can ship anywhere in the U.S. All you need to do is go online to lucchese's.com to place your order or call 901-766-9922.
So you need to sell your house? I have the solution. Call 901-406-1101. That's 901-406-1101. Call my buddy Bill at I Buy Houses. Any house, any area, as is. It's literally as simple as that. Just pick up your phone, call 901-406-1101. That's 901-406-1101. Call my buddy Bill at I Buy Houses. Guaranteed to close in 5 days. If you need to sell your house fast, call Bill at 901-406-1101. That's Bill at I Buy Houses.
At Boost Mobile, you get the power of the iPhone SE when you switch, which means the power to stream your favorite shows, download all the music, the power to FaceTime your ex.
It's over. Stop calling me.
On second thought, don't call your ex. Get an iPhone SE for just $19.99 when you switch. All on one of America's largest 5G networks. More power to save. Boost Mobile. Phone offer limited to new customers and one per line. Additional restrictions apply. 5G not available everywhere. See boostmobile.com for details. And stop calling your ex. She doesn't want to hear from you anymore.
Hey, Mid-South, looking for the perfect ride that's perfect for you? We got it at Gossett Kia on the Pike. And if you don't see exactly what you want, no problem, we can order it for you. Right now at Gossett Kia, get a 2022 Kia Forte LXS, $210 a month. 2022 Kia Soul LX, $219 a month. Both 36-month leases and $27.99 due at signing. And road trip ready SUV 2022 Kia Sorrento LX, $315 a month, 36-month lease and $34.99 due at signing. And all Gossett Kias come equipped with a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. That's Gossett Kia, 1900 Covington Pike, or shop 24/7 at KiaCovingtonPike.com.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
All 36-month leases, $650 acquisition fee, $30,000 per year, 20 cents excess mileage, 0 security deposit. Forte, $89.89, $848, MSRP $20,770. Sold in $78.68.67, MSRP $20,880. Sorrento, NG $128,223, MSRP $31,980. Must finance through Kia plus tax Highland license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through 7/5/22. Dealer stock only. Warranty is a limited powertrain warranty. See Kia.com or retailer for details.
Now, back to Grind Time on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Here once again, are Peter Edmiston and Anthony Sain.
Come on now. Come on. Man, that's just some strong stuff right there. Come on now.
Y'all know about it.
Baby making music right there, fellas.
Woo!
Back in the day. You can put your arms around and say where you going to this too. You hear that come on. You catch that mirror. You know.
You know what? You got to play that 3T anything.
They don't know about that.
You got to play that one. That's,
now watch this. I was close to that. I almost gave you some immature. I never lie again.
Oh, you got to give me some. You got to give me that 3T anything. I need that 3T. That song is another one that comes on. I lose my mind. That's Jermaine Jackson's kids, Michael Jackson's nephews. 3T.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you don't know about nothing.
I'm not gonna tell you saying this Michael Jackson's nephews was the equivalent of me saying 2s and 3s. You said Tito Jackson's kids.
That's a Jermaine Jackson's kids.
I mean, Jermaine, they all his nephews.
Yeah,
them 2s and 3s.
Yeah, get the connection.
Yeah, I know.
And which one you want? Anything?
Anything.
Yeah.
That's just hold that for next. Just our next rejoin.
Yeah.
Just hang on to that.
There you go.
Just hold that. It's a beautiful song right there.
I think John Hart knows any of these
No.
90s
no.
jams.
John Hart doesn't know nothing.
You listen to Color Me Bad, don't you?
John Hart doesn't listen to music. John Hart sees music.
He sees the notes in there.
Yeah. Is it like Milli Vanilli? He's like, man, if it's not Jimmy Buffett, I don't like it.
I bet he likes Jimmy Buffett.
I bet you like Coop.
Fish. I bet he likes fish.
You don't think he like Coop?
No. Hell no.
Coop's.
No. He doesn't know.
He said hanging with Mr. Cooper.
No, exactly. That's exactly what I would have expected him to say. All right, so looking at some of the mocks now, Anthony's saying.
Mm-hmm.
The Draft Express mock, Jonathan Givony and company, have formerly Mike Schmitz, but Mike Schmitz is now working in the Portland front office.
GM out here.
Givony's probably like, why am I not hired? Huh?
Right, I'm that
Come
guy.
on. What am I doing? Guess who they got? Have you seen it?
Say it again. Where he's got where?
The Grizzlies taking it.
I
At
thought
22. At 22.
I saw it, and I don't want to have any part of it.
Kennedy Chandler.
I ain't trying to hear none of that. God bless him and his family. I'm good, man.
That would be. I don't think there's any chance of that happening.
Me either.
I just don't think he fits the.
I don't think that's based on intel. I think that's guessing because they know Tyus Jones is probably out.
Let me go ahead and get that clip.
Yeah, I'm out, man.
Say no chance it happens.
I ain't saying
I don't think
no
there's
chance.
any chance that happens. Again, I think the Grizzlies are very likely, along with the Nuggets, to package those picks and try to move up. That to me is the, and I've had several of my friends, nobody that's like NBA type people, but just like people that I know have been texting me about that very issue. Phone's been blowing up about that issue lately. So that the streets are wanting the Grizzlies to do this. And trying to plug and say, hey, look, go get a guy like that. Because I'm not,
good,
like Kenny Chandler's. No, I'm not saying draft Kenny Chandler. I'm saying they're trying to move up. The streets are saying they want me to move up. And I told him, I said, I don't really have anything to do with it, guys, but I'll pass that word along if you want me to. But not gonna have a lot to say about it. If they once the draft gets passed, because it feels like you've got those three guys at the top that we talked about last segment. Banchero, Holmgren, Jabari Smith. Then after that, it feels like there's a tier of guys, Jaden Ivey, Keegan Murray, Shaedon Sharpe, and then maybe Dyson Daniels and Maturin kind of in that group. It seems like there's a group of 5 that are in some order there. Then it becomes a little bit crazy. Because if you look at the Ringer draft, for example, they've got Ousmane Dieng, the long New Zealander.
Thought that was Gorgie's uncle.
He's. I mean, if you see a guy named Dieng, then chances are he's got some Senegalese descent. So that the Dieng is
educating our hands.
Dieng is a very Senegalese kind of thing. So that's just like Gorgie was from Senegal. So if you see that Dieng, then there's a decent chance.
Sounds like Dinger.
Jinger.
You said D-I-N-G, right? Sounds like a Dinger.
D-I-E-N-G.
Oh, okay.
Jeng. You gotta be careful with that one. Anyway, so he's a guy.
Is he married to Lisa Ling from Channel 1?
And as I looked this up just to make sure, Ousmane Dieng, his father is from Senegal. So yes, there you go.
There you
right
go. People be educating the people, man.
Dieng is
You've been dropping knowledge all
You can
day.
pretty much bet if it's Dieng, it's gonna be from Senegal.
If he hits the 3, will
3 and Jing?
No, will Pete Pranger say Jenga?
Django. I don't think so. I think that's.
All right.
Will he say Django Unchained? I don't think he's gonna say that either.
Stop it. All
right. I don't think that's gonna be I don't think that's gonna be the right thing to say either.
Django Unchained. Yeah, it might be instant cancellation for Peter.
Joey Sulapek part 2. So he's a.
And for people who like to catch like sound bites, and I'm not saying that I think Kenny Chandler is gonna be a great player in the NBA. I think he could be a starting point guard in the NBA, but I just don't.
You know they was coming.
I don't want that fit for him here. Like I don't
want any part of it.
No, I don't want a only point guard type.
I don't want a little point guard exclusive type situation.
Yeah, I can't do it.
Because you actually stated anything backing up Ja, you're out on, right?
Yeah,
anything.
I want somebody who can possibly back up Ja. I don't want that to be the only thing he can do. I want him to be able to play with Ja, or
Give me if the Grizzlies move up, AJ Griffin. That's the guy.
I'm an AJ Griffin guy too.
I want them to take AJ Griffin.
He kind of reminds me of someone else we had here before, though. That's the only thing that scares me.
Well, he's not.
You know who I'm talking about.
He's not busted merchandise, so to speak.
Duke guy, 6'6", athletic, kind of strong-bodied.
I think it's another chance to see if that one situation, another chance, a second chance.
The redoing of I didn't forget the kid's name. Justice Winslow.
Justice, back with Justice.
Part 2.
Del Monte Dosado. That's his other name.
Del Monte, the
other guy from
the fruit
TSU.
manufacturer. Yes, Del Monte, the finest award Del Monte gives. Hour number 2 on the way. Stick around.
Welcome to Triumph Auto Sales, where you'll have a great car buying experience. Triumph Auto Sales is your #1 source of quality pre-owned vehicles ranging from lease returns to new car trades, all at huge savings. Plus, Triumph has a full array of financing options to meet your needs. Find your next car online at triumphautosales.com or stop in today at 4875 Elmore Road. Triumph Auto Sales will help you get the vehicle you want at the price you need and the service you deserve. For a great car and a great experience from a local and family-owned business, visit Triumph Auto Sales.
Add a little excitement to your sports watching experience by betting on all the action on FanDuel Sportsbook. There's a reason why FanDuel is America's #1 sportsbook. Their app is simple to use. They've got great odds on all different betting markets, unique, fun bet types like same-game parlay, and exclusive, always-on promotions such as enhanced odds boosts on the biggest events to let you get more action out of every game day. And if you win, they even get you your winnings safely in as little as 24 hours. If you've never tried FanDuel Sportsbook, what are you waiting for? Download the FanDuel Sportsbook app to get started and be sure to sign up with promo code CASH so they know I sent you. That's FanDuel Sportsbook, promo code CASH. Must be 21 and older and present in Tennessee. First online real money wager only. $10 first deposit required. Bonus issued is non-withdrawable site credit that expires 14 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See full terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call the Tennessee Red Line at 1-800-889-9789.
Susan, I'm sorry I'm late. Traffic is terrible.
It sure is. But on top of that, gas prices have been skyrocketing. I can't believe how expensive gas has gotten recently.
Prices at the pump are up, but I never pay full price for gas anymore. I just use the free Upside app that pays you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get paid cash when you buy gas with the Upside app?
Yes, I get real cash back every time I buy gas.
And does that actually add up to anything?
I've made around $200.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the free Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code EARN for a $5 bonus on your first tank. That's promo code EARN. You can cash out anytime right to your bank account, to PayPal, or an e-gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code EARN for a $5 bonus on your first tank. That's code EARN for a $5 bonus.
What is all over you? Is that barbecue sauce?
Yep. Grabbed a rack of ribs from Central Barbecue on the way in.
And what ate them in the car?
I was running kind of late.
Why not? I mean, if you're going to eat in the car while you drive, why not skip the sauce?
Can't skip the sauce, man. Even though Central Barbecue's slogan is smoke is our sauce, I still got to have at least one of their signature sauces.
I can't believe I'm going to ask this. Which sauce did you get?
All of them.
That was going to be my guess.
Yep. Alternated mild, hot, sweet heat, mustard, and vinegar. Took a few minutes, but totally worth it.
I thought you said you were running late.
That's why I was running late.
The Take It On sales event is still going strong at Gossett Mitsubishi on the Pike. Go the extra mile with 41 MPG Highway in your 2022 Mitsubishi Mirage G4. $259 a month or buy for $17,885. Get ready for your summer road trip with 2022 Mitsubishi Outlander Sport. $359 a month or buy for $25,285. Plus 2022 Outlander. Vacation ready with 7 seats. We Gossett at $369 a month or $29,005. And you'll always get our stellar 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. So get to Gossett Mitsubishi today. 1870 Covington Pike or shop online at memphismitsubishi.com.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
All 72 months at 3.9. Outlander NZO 68336. MSRP 29505. Sport NU 009708. MSRP 26035. G4 NHF 05848. MSRP 18385. Includes all rebates and incentives. PF 695. Excludes tax, title, and license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through end of the month. Dealer stock only.
Barks now offers you just about everything you need for your furry family member. Daycare, luxury boarding, award-winning grooming, veterinary checkups, diagnostic services including digital x-ray, fluoroscopy and ultrasound, complete dental service, vaccinations, preventative care for fleas, ticks, and heartworms, and just about any needed surgical treatment. And did I mention that we treat cats and all types of exotic pets? We are the newest member of the Barks family and the newest, most high-tech veterinary hospital in the Mid-South. Located directly across the street from Barks and Recreation, we are a full-service hospital with a fantastic, experienced staff. If you're having problems getting a timely appointment at your current vet's facility, we are here to serve you. Call us at 901-979-8888. Barks and Medication. Excellence in veterinary care.
We are Sports 56, WHBQ Memphis, and W253 DF Memphis, Flynn Broadcasting Stations. Now, back to Grind Time on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Here once again, are Peter Edmiston and Anthony Sane.
What's happening here?
This isn't
This isn't 3T.
It ain't 3T. It ain't Jermaine Jackson's song.
What happened?
That's my fault. That was it. No, it played it. That was it. They weren't paying attention because they weren't looking for it. That was John trying to get on y'all. That was John. There you go.
All right. Yeah, that was you. Come on.
John said you got to feel them, y'all.
This is much better right here. Come on.
I would do anything for you. I would do anything.
I mean, come on. You can just hear the Jackson
blood in
the
it.
Jackson blood. Anything for you. Now here comes right here. Come on. Oh, now this is some baby making music right here.
Did you not hear the opening of that? It said ding-a-ling, dang, my dang-along, ding-ling-long.
Nope.
Man, be quiet.
No, I did not. It said,
I was taking bets on which one of y'all was going to tell him shut up. I said it's going to be him.
Yeah. Come on now. You say you want some baby making music. This is it right here. John, you are you trying to make babies that other song?
No. Y'all are talking about lings and things, so I thought about ding-a-ling, dang, my dang-along, ling-long.
That's of course what he... Jing?
It's a song called Jesus Built My Hot Rod.
Yeah. What, Primus? Yeah. Is that Primus? Yeah. I'm versatile.
And he ain't.
But listen, this is where it's on here. Come on. Before we get back into draft talk, hour number 2 here from the Family Leisure Studios, where family fun come together. Hit us up on the AutoZone listener line, 901-360-8255 right here. 'Cause I would do anything for you. Yes, I would. Come on
now. Ain't my boy. Look at
y'all. I'll
give you love. I'll give you love. The things you want.
The things you want.
Baby, there's nothing in this world I wouldn't do. I would do anything for you. I would do anything for you. Come on now.
Y'all know about it?
I would do it.
Where you at, Megan and Jessica?
That's what I was going to say. Screw them. We just need to take this on the road, y'all. Screw them.
You know what?
Screw them, man.
Come on.
Screw them, man.
The Grind Time review, man.
That's it right
there.
Screw
them, man. Y'all are good at this together, man.
I'm gonna wait on y'all for real.
Beautiful. Come on.
They still ain't gave us an answer, man. CJ still running.
They will not. It's just no one's gonna say a word about it.
Not doing this.
It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. All right. Before we talk, we get back into the draft discussion. Emmanuel Acott.
Not Emmanuel.
Not Akon. Different R&B artist. We're not going to talk about him. We're not going to talk about Emmanuel from Cinemax that John used to watch back in the day.
Well,
is that true, John? You ever watch the Emmanuel on Cinemax? Oh, yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah.
Is it like Emmanuel in space?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a future traveler.
She was all over the place. She did several things. She was not just in space. She went to different parts of the world. But
as a child,
she seemed to always lose her clothes in the process. It's amazing.
As a child, do you know how long it took me to realize Emmanuel was a girl? I was looking for a guy.
If you watch the show, it wouldn't take
no clue what y'all talking about at all.
You don't know Emmanuel?
When y'all started talking about Cinemax, I started talking about Cinemax After Dark. So I don't know what y'all.
That's
basically,
Cinemax After Dark.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
That was like one of the original Cinemax After Darks. Emmanuel was.
What's the lady name that was in all the movies? I want to say they said she was one of the women Bill Cosby did something to or something. She was white with blonde hair. She was like in all.
A lot of them were white with blonde hair.
Dude, I'm so glad you got him.
She was the Cinemax After Dark lady. She was in every movie. She was like the softcore porn legend. Y'all know what I'm talking
Marilyn something. Not Monroe. Marilyn. Oh man. I can't remember. Anyway, not to be confused with that particular Emmanuel. Emmanuel Acott.
Not Emmanuel Lewis either.
Not Emmanuel Lewis. Not Emmanuel Quickly.
Oh my God, I found it.
What?
You found it?
Chambers.
Oh, Maryland Chambers.
It was Chambers.
Yes.
You are so right, Zane. It was Chambers.
Yes, Maryland Chambers. Yep.
That's her name?
Yep.
I told
It was
y'all,
Chambers.
Yep.
You are so
That's
right.
That's so cracked in my youth, man.
So that's what I'm saying. You had to work hard for that stuff, man. You had to
look through the squiggly lines.
You had to watch this. It's right. You had to, and sometimes it'd pop through.
Yeah.
I remember the one day I had an entire WWF pay-per-view that somehow popped through, and I could see like most of it through the squiggle lines.
This ain't who I'm talking about.
It wasn't perfect. But
Most
I could see-
exciting, yep.
But I could see like the pay-per-view. Like I could see most of it.
It's enough to
and hear
enjoy
that.
it.
I was like, oh.
Going to
It
school
was
tomorrow with
Survivor
some
Series.
news, baby.
Survivor Series. I remember it was like one of the early Survivor Series, like '89 or something like that. Man, that's
This ain't who I'm talking about, man.
all right, so Emmanuel Acott.
Anyway.
The word is Jeff Goodman reporting that Acott is going to visit Memphis today. So he could be visiting and listening right now, as a matter of fact. That's him calling me.
Yeah.
He visited Western Kentucky yesterday and is expected to visit NC State later on this week. Those are his top three: Western Kentucky, Memphis, NC State. Now, with all due respect to Western Kentucky and NC State, surely.
Yeah, Penny needs to get that dude.
Surely Memphis can get Emmanuel Acott in a three-way matchup with those other two schools.
Yeah, I can't. That kid can't. We got to get him, man. I mean, could you see the Emmanuel Acott and Hansley Emmanuel 2-3?
Stop. Just stop. Just no. We're not doing Hansel anything. We're not doing it. Emmanuel Acott. Tell me.
What I think about him?
Scouting report on Emmanuel Acott. Let me give you the numbers on Emmanuel Acott. Emmanuel Acott.
He looks stupid tall on the court.
He's 6'8".
Yeah.
He is a
I remember
spent
that
2 years at Arizona, transferred to Boise State, spent 2 more years at Boise State. Now, where I come from, means that you're done with school, but we had that little thing called COVID where you get that extra year that you get to pop in. So his 5th year, he's going to be available out there. Last year was his best year for Boise State. He shot a robust 40% from the field and 39% from 3 on 5 attempts, 10.6 points per game for Boise State. Of course, the Tigers happened to see him in the NCAA tournament, so that was there was that. He was the 3rd leading scorer for that team, and that's kind of where things are. Is he going to be a major difference maker? The evidence based on these numbers would suggest that he's probably not. Is he going to be overhyped because he's come to Memphis if he transfers here?
Of course.
Evidence suggests that he will be.
Mm-hmm.
But beggars can't be choosers at this point. The Tigers, the pickings are somewhat thin in the transfer situation.
It seems like I remember him hitting a couple big shots in the game against us.
John, not a fan
of Acott.
Of Emmanuel Acott, apparently.
Where's the Mr.? He's not the guy that looks like Mr. Norris. I know that. He's not Mr. Norris' son.
You only want guys that look like Mr. Norris?
No, I want that dude that looks like Mr. Norris from Boise State.
Which one is that?
The one that went off on
Marcus Shaver.
Let me stop in. Dude, Boise State roster.
Abu Kigab.
Kigab, I think is his name. Yeah.
Kigab. Yeah.
Looks like Mr. Norris.
Yeah. Maybe that's what it says in the scouting report. It looks like Mr. Norris in Memphis. That's what it said right there. In that game, in that Tiger game, the Tigers winning 64-53. It was not a real good effort from Boise State overall. Kigab did play extremely well in that game compared to everybody else. He had 20 points. He was by far the leading scorer. Acott, 3 of 12 against the Tigers in that game. 1 of 6 from 3, scored just 7 points in that game. Shaver had a bad game. Degenhardt had a bad game. It was a good defensive effort from the Tigers. So this is where the Tigers are right now, where you kind of have to
get what you get.
You can get what you can get. As my kids' teachers say, you get what you get and you don't throw a fit. And that's where the Tigers are right now. You get what you get, and you don't throw a fit. Please don't throw a fit. I think it's very important that we not throw a fit in that whole situation. I don't know, man. I think it's okay. It's okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's fine, I guess. Like I don't know. I'm not going to get all. I don't know.
Man,
are you starting to regret your determination that this is going to be the best tag?
Oh yeah, that take us off the table. No, they don't have. You gotta have some guys that can relieve pressure off of your point guard.
You already took that take off the table.
No, yeah, that take is gone. Like he's got to have some guys that can knock down shots. I thought at least he'd have Lester. You know what I mean? And I was banking on having Lester and then getting another guy, like somebody. Nah, man. Like when you're going through this pick of the litter, like, it's looking kind of, it's maybe it's gonna be ugly. But I'm not saying they can't win, but they'll win ugly if they're winning. But they'll probably be very good defensively. But you gotta have some shooting, man. You gotta have somebody who at least gives you the threat of some guy that makes you at least guard him from three. You know what I mean? So it's not looking too good at all, man. And I saw some people talking about Jonathan Lawson. Jonathan's a great player, but again, you got to have guys that can knock down shots to relieve pressure, man. You just can't have just a bunch of athletes out there that can defend. You know what I mean? You got to have guys that can make you have to play Kendrick Davis honest. And if not, they're going to just throw weird defenses at him and double team him every time he gets the ball. And yeah, they gotta get something, man.
Well, Emmanuel Acott, I mean, if you look at the more advanced numbers, they're not that great either, honestly. I don't know. I can't get excited about a guy that shoots 39% in half court. Offense shot better against the zone, so maybe that's a help. I don't know. I don't know, man. I can't. It's just is what it is, man. They're in desperate
make it happen
situations.
I thought about something too. Would you be opposed to? Do you think this is the year that you might see DeAndre Williams playing more on the wing, where they may run sets where he's
may have to?
Yeah.
I mean, it's
because you could
you're
go.
I mean, you're going to ask a lot of DeAndre Williams. He's going to have to. There's a lot of that he's going to have to do because he's just, he's going to be one of maybe your most talented, overall players. So I think he's going to have to do a lot. Speaking of desperation, the American Athletic Conference has announced agreements with the 6 incoming teams for the 23-24 season officially. We had assumed that this is the way that was going to go down, but now it's officially out from the American Athletic Conference that the UCF, Cincinnati, and Houston are out, of course, next year. And then coming in will be UAB, Florida Atlantic, UNC Charlotte, a.k.a. just plain old Charlotte, North Texas, Rice, and UT San Antonio. What did Mike Oresco say?
Fear of poverty.
Take a guess as to what he said. We are extremely pleased and excited. Of course,
you're lying.
That's what he said. To welcome our new members to the conference in 2023 as we begin our second decade. Our incoming schools, ladies and gentlemen, comprise a distinguished group with attributes that will enhance our conference's Power 6 goals. How so? I'd like to back that. Just could we maybe when you read Wikipedia and it has a little thing that says citation needed. I need the citation on that one. I need a little more information on how's the acquisition of these 6 going to increase your Power 6, whatever the Power 6 goals are. Power 6 goal, like, wait a second, hold on. Let me go back and think. Power 6, aren't they? Didn't he say they're already in the Power 6? Didn't he say they are the Power 6?
No, they kind of fell back to 7.
So are they back now to?
Yeah, they kind of fell. You play those race car video games where you kind of skid off the road a little bit, then like 8 cars pass you. You got to.
Al Unser Jr. Racing.
Yeah, you got to catch up a little bit, man.
They have a presence in 4 of the top 10, 7 of the top 25, and 12 of the top 51 Nielsen media markets. Of course, Memphis being the 51st market, so that's why they have 51 as opposed to 50 out there. So get excited, everybody! Get those tickets in for 23-24, the start of the new conference. American Athletic Conference.
Oh yeah. Bootleg Metro. No, it was. They need to just. I ain't gonna lie.
Sadly, the only Big 12 in Memphis is playing for the Grizzlies.
Yeah.
Right about now. And that's unfortunately the way it's going to be.
I think Shannon Tweed is the actress.
I was
Shannon
waiting
Tweed,
on
I
y'all to
remember
get
Shannon
back, though.
Tweed. I remember Shannon
And the
Tweed,
other one,
yeah.
too. That other name was pretty, what was it, Nicole Sheridan? No, she's more relevant, like newer, right?
Nicole who?
It said Nicole Sheridan. I think she's a newer one, but
I think
Shannon
she was more
Tweed.
like a Baywatch, right?
Yeah.
I think Shannon Tweed. Yeah, I mean Nicole. All these are old.
Yeah,
Shannon Tweed. Yeah, I
Shannon
think
Tweed was a little
that's the
older.
one.
Yeah.
But there was a Maryland.
Wasn't there?
Maryland.
Was Tracy Lords? I remember Tracy Lords certainly. Yeah.
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 These women meant so much to my childhood, you know.
Yeah. So the memories.
Have you seen my child?
Jenna Jameson, obviously. I mean, that was she was the big gun back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was a fan of softcore porn, though. I remember the first time I saw hardcore porn. I wasn't sure I was ready for that.
You may not still be.
Sounds like a real therapy session amongst friends. You ever thought about that? You ever thought about how those women kind of crafted your ideas of life, like what you think is?
I don't know about that.
Shout out to Pinky Cherokee.
I'm with you though. Like in all honesty, I'm with you.
Well, I mean, unfortunately, if we lived in a more sex positive world, we would have these conversations as opposed to sending our kids out to find porn, and that's how you learn
into
about
the
sex.
abyss.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's not how you supposed. There's supposed to be more of a conversational thing into it because that sets an unrealistic expectation of how things are going to go in your sex life.
So much about
most likely. I mean, for most people, that's unrealistic. I mean, for some, it may be reality, and God bless you. But for most, it's not.
I got one, but I don't want y'all to laugh at me. Mine was on the same course. So I saw my first on Tales from the Crypt. She was nude in the shower, and ever since that, I wanted to stay up late and watch.
Oh, you mean that was soft?
Yeah, you just saw your first naked lady.
Yeah, it was Tales from the Crypt. I'll never forget the scene.
I remember the one of the great formative moments of my childhood.
Miss Carolyn.
Not Miss Carolyn. It had nothing to do with Miss Carolyn, thankfully. We were on a Young Life trip. Young Life.
All right, okay. I don't want to hear the rest of this.
No, you do.
There's too much stuff about
No, you do. No, you do.
Church guys.
No.
All right, come on.
Trust me, you do. It's not what you think it is. So we're on this Young Life.
So I'm on a Young Life trip.
Hey, listen, you go like this. I promise you. It's nothing to do with what you're thinking of. So we're on this trip, and we're in the bus driving, going from busing to Colorado for a ski trip. And so we're on the bus. And on the way back, this is one of those old school buses that had the VCR and the TVs.
Oh, the hard block TVs hanging from the top.
Exactly. Yeah. So one of the counselors, who was probably a college kid, I guess at this point, was going to put on a movie for everybody. And I remember distinctly, he puts on a VHS tape that has Money Pit, like in like handwritten, like it's somebody's bootleg copy of Money Pit. And so I'm like, I like Money Pit. I remember that movie. I was like,
this thing was dubbed over.
Tom Hanks and that's fun. Okay, cool. So puts in Money Pit, and now none of the other kids are really watching at this point. They're all just kind of looking around and stuff. Nobody's really paying that much attention because he's kind of getting it ready. He was going to rewind and stuff. And what comes on the screen but a pornographic movie scene of this lady in the shower who's experiencing some extracurricular sensations, let's say. He must have labeled it wrong or something.
It was dubbed over.
But
that's all it was.
Or somebody dubbed it over or something like that. I don't know. He didn't know about it, or maybe I'm sure he did know about it and he forgot about it. And all of a sudden, so on this Christian field trip, there's a bus full of 14 and 15-year-olds who were watching this lady get
dope out your veins and hope in your brain.
I mean, I was like, and I'm watching, and my jaw is just like what? I mean, of all the things you expect to see on the Young Life,
I know that dude.
It ain't that.
No, that dude was gone.
Oh yeah, God knows what happened to him. I don't know. But I elbowed my friend in the neck. I'm like, dude, look, and he's like, because he was like,
all right,
he's like playing a video game. And I'm like, dude. He's like, oh my God! And so the kids started. No one said anything because no one wanted to review because he couldn't see. Remember, at the front of the bus, the TVs are pointed that way. You can't see what's on them unless you walk back to the bus. and so he couldn't see what was on it.
No,
How
man.
did it stop?
No,
Did someone tell him and they got it out?
I
Or
call BS on that. That dude knew what he was doing, man.
No, he did not know what he was
There's
doing.
no way he played that video and then look at what it was showing before he let. No, man, no way.
No, I'm
Because
telling
you said he rewinded it, right?
No, he was trying to like put it in and rewind. He realized that he was playing it and it wasn't what he thought or something. I don't know. He didn't play for that long.
Oh, okay.
But he didn't. It wasn't like he played like a whole. Like he played for. It probably played for 30 to 45 seconds.
Long enough for the 15-year-old Peter.
Like everyone was trying to watch.
Nah, man, that sounds intentional to me. Harden, what do you say, Harden?
It might have been. It could have been.
That dude sound like a sicko. He's about to mess these kids' minds up.
No, because I believe 100% it was accidental. Because one time I went over to a friend's house. By the way, what's up, Chris? And his parents brought in a video for us to watch. And 45 minutes into it, all of a sudden the video switched because it was dubbed over. Yeah. And I'm not going to say the last name, but got in a little trouble.
Oh, man.
I'm telling you, this guy did not know what was going on until all the kids were like, because they knew there was no sound. They knew he couldn't see, and so those of us who knew about it were kind of trying to be cool about it to not just kind of see what was going on.
No, y'all was trying to be cool. Y'all was trying to be slick. Y'all wanted to keep watching.
That's what I'm saying. Like everybody just be like, hey, don't say anything and see how long, and then eventually some kids started like, oh my god, and then that was
oh, man.
That was it on that. But
I know he was
formative years, man. Formative years. I'm watching this. I mean, this thing is and this thing was, whew.
Then Sane said, he was gone. That coach, it wasn't council culture then. I guarantee you, he completed his tour of duty on that trip. Then probably got terminated on the way back.
We were literally driving, so hey, there was nothing he could do.
Yeah. So he did his job,
didn't
he?
Kick him off the bus.
Yep, he got through his job.
Man, a long ride home.
That was tough. That was tough.
All these kids'
parents.
That was
a tough discussion right there. I'm sure that was a very tough discussion. But sweet memories. So I want to thank that gentleman for introducing me to some concepts and things that were interesting to me at that time. And just be careful on these trips now. All right, when we come back, we'll continue with these the discussions about the draft and where things are. We'll do a finals update as well as we continue here live from the Family Leisure Studios, Real Sports Talk, Sports 56 98.5.
Join the voice of the Tigers, Dave Woloshin, for Wolo and Friends. Weekday mornings from 10 to 11 here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
It's time to vacation at home with Family Leisure. That's right. Enjoy a vacation in your own backyard with a little help from Family Leisure. Like play gyms and trampolines, they're now $500 off. And those trampolines, by the way, they've got that mesh on the side, so trampolines are now safe and you'll be the hit of the neighborhood. They've got hot tubs in stock and ready to go, and you can get up to $1,000 off when you pick them up. All kinds of do-it-yourself pool specials, like savings of up to $1,500 on all in-stock pools when you pick it up and install them yourself. And if you're looking for patio furniture, then stop on in, because they have tons in stock and they're ready for you to pick up. So get ready for that vacation at home with the help from Family Leisure. Family Leisure's Vacation at Home sale. It's happening right now at Whitten Road and I-40, where family and fun truly do come together.
Hi, this is Lauren Choate with Choate's Air Conditioning, Heating, and Plumbing. Now that the warmer weather has arrived, let Choate's perform their $99 20-point AC tune-up to get your AC ready for the hot summer months ahead. Also, Choate's is offering our half-off 1 pound of Freon coupon on our website for you to use. Does your HVAC system need to be replaced? If so, right now is an excellent time to take advantage of Carrier's 60 months, no-interest financing on select systems. Want to improve your indoor air quality? Choate's is also offering our new APCO air purifier for $100 off when you get your air ducts cleaned. UV technology sterilizes biological contaminants and neutralizes odors and toxic VOCs. Match that technology with getting your air ducts cleaned, and you'll have the indoor air quality your family needs. Better call 347-8086 today. These specials won't last long. Turn to the experts with Choate's and let our family serve your family.
Hewlett & Dunn Boot and Clothing Company, we have it all. From handmade Amish leather belts, Fine and casual clothing, boots, casual boots, work boots, fancy boots, and even safety-toed boots. Lots of cowboy hats to choose from, even Nebo lights, Orco hard coolers, good-looking duck head dress shirts, duck head caps, shorts, and pants. Tons of jeans from Ariat, Wrangler, Devil Dog, and Kimes Ranch jeans. At Hewlett & Dunn, we have a great selection of Old South t-shirts and caps. Fine clothing from dress to casual to Sunday best. Enjoy choosing from UFO's orthopedic-approved shoes. Hewlett & Dunn Boot and Clothing Company. Boots of every size, every color, every skin. Great quality Western, work, and safety toe boots. Hewlett & Dunn Boots and Clothing Company. 111 North Center Street, Collierville. Hewlett & Dunn. Hewlett & Dunn, serving you and your family since 1961.
Hey, Mid-South, the Make the Switch event is on now at Gossett, and we're ready to put you in a new ride today. Have you been looking for the perfect vehicle for you and your family, but you're finding inventory's at its lowest? Well, we have the solution at Gossett. Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram, Fiat on the Pike. Stop the searching, stop the begging for a good deal. Come to Gossett, and we'll order the perfect vehicle for you at no extra charge. It'll be the color, the extras, the one you want to drive every day, all day long. Gossett will order the perfect vehicle just for you. It's easy, won't take long, won't break the bank, won't make you wait for hours. We'll order what you want at Gossett, 1901 Covington Pike. You won't be paying for market adjustments or added costs you can't even figure out. And you will not pay more than MSRP for your new Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram, or Fiat. Now is the time that you drive past the rest and come to the best. Gossett, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram, Fiat. Online, GossettMotorCars.net.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
All pricing includes all rebates and incentives, excludes tax, title, and license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through 6/30/2022. Dealer stock only.
Now, back to Grind Time on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Here once again are Peter Edmiston and Anthony Sane.
Slipping into darkness. You seen that joint, Darren?
What you got? Oh.
It's a movie series called Slipping into Darkness. Featured. Who all has acting credits in that movie?
I don't know. I was just looking at Cherokee there. That her IMDb page is something pretty amazing, I have to say. Slipping into Darkness specifically was starring Coffee Brown, Stacey Adams, Cherokee.
Stacey Adams.
Was my girl Janet?
Not to be confused with the Stacey Adams of the.
Was my girl Janet in there?
Rain Revere.
No Janet.
No Janet.
Jack-o'-lantern.
Pleasure
whatever
Bunny.
her name. Can we say her name on it?
Man, y'all wow.
Can I say Janet's name? Janet Jack-o'-lantern?
Yeah. Jackson.
I call her Miss Jackson if you're nasty. And if you're watching this, then chances are you are nasty. For sure.
Oh yeah. Listeners came right on in with those names.
Thicker Than a Snicker is also one of her.
I remember those.
One of her.
You remember In the Thick series?
Yeah, they was the In the Thick. Yeah, all those. Mm-hmm. Let me pull up this West Coast record.
West Coast Productions. The music.
Somebody called Paris. And somebody called Country Pipes is in that movie. I'm not sure exactly what that means right
so
there,
fun.
but yeah, it's amazing.
I'm still trying to figure out this lady from the Cinemax movies because I thought it was Nicole Sheridan, but I don't know Shannon Tweed, but
not Shannon Tweed. Wasn't
I don't think that's her. The lady, I'm talking about. It seemed like she was doing movies older and like she was like.
I want to say it was a Maryland. We just got the last name wrong. It was a Maryland.
I've done so many Google searches. I hate for somebody to come behind me. Like for real.
Maybe it was Tom Chambers. If it wasn't Maryland Chambers, it was probably Tom Chambers.
Whitey's on the Moon. I don't think that's right. What I expected that movie to be. Thought that was a astronomer sort of movie, but apparently that's not the case.
Not the one.
Although it's about exploring. That's important. All right, so we've
good stuff.
I can't go any further on that issue. All right. Bryson DeChambeau says he's not going to play next week in the PGA Tour's Travelers Championship because he's part of the he's the live golf situation. He's not going to be he's not going to attempt to be part of it. Technically, he's supposed to be suspended, I believe. So he didn't play, so maybe he's not suspended yet, but he's not going to be suspended at this point. At the U.S. Open, in case you're wondering for betting-wise, Rory McIlroy is now your betting favorite. He is edged past Scottie Scheffler, the consensus favorite, coming off the win at the Canadian Open. He's 10-1, Justin Thomas 11-1, Scheffler 12-1, Jon Rahm 14-1. But a lot of these guys are saying, Anthony's saying, that the talk of Live Golf, the Saudi Golf League, in the PGA Tour is casting a dark cloud, as it were, over the proceedings. That it's ruining the U.S. Open. That this normally would be a U.S. Open. It's at the Country Club in Brookline, Massachusetts. It's a historic venue on one of the original 5 courses that comprised the USGA, a course steeped in history from more than 100 years ago, and was the site of the U.S. 1999 Ryder Cup victory. There's a lot of history at this course, and yet it seems like all everyone wants to talk about is the Live Golf situation. Mm-hmm. Now, listen, I understand that you're going to you're not the world's biggest golf guy, but I do think it's
I totally understand what's going on.
I think it's interesting though that and even for somebody like you, I think you're picking up on the fact that this is a unique and crazy time in golf. Mm-hmm. Like it really is. It's there's been nothing like this before.
Never has a rivalry organization came in and really made this much of an impact. Because you've had the XFLs, the USFLs, the ABAs even, and this is scary, man. Like this is like a total game changer. They're coming in and like, all right. It's kind of like if somebody started a basketball league and it's like, all right, Steph, LeBron, Ja Morant, KD, you know what I mean? Like, all y'all come play with us. It's like, all right, you know what I mean? And it's, but my whole approach to it is still shame on you, PGA Tour, because they are the ones who need to be trying to figure out a way to make this work for all parties involved. You know what I mean? Because the Live Golf thing is really coming in and just shaking up the whole thing. And like we talked about yesterday, the majors aren't really going to be affected as far as participation.
Doesn't look like at this point.
Yeah,
the USGA president,
they're trying to talk
what
like
it's worth,
is,
talked about it today.
Mm-hmm.
The CEO of the USGA, the governing body of the U.S. Open, said they felt like it was appropriate to allow all the players to play. So they might change that if it's more difficult. They might make it more difficult for them to qualify based on what happens with the Live Golf tour and what happens in the exclusivity factor. I mean, the offshoot of all this, saying is, the PGA Tour has been a monopoly for a long time, and so now there's legitimate competition, and because they left themselves kind of open to this sort of thing, they are a monopoly, and they don't have. The players don't have freedom to operate, even though they are technically. It's a little bit like wrestlers in WWE, where if a Saudi backed, like you've seen what's happened with AEW.
Yeah, that's what I say. AEW is kind of comparison.
But imagine AEW, but with 10 times the funding, and they just decide to say, this is what we're going to do.
Right.
And you've already seen AEW take a big chunk out of WWE's business. Like it's been a legitimate competitor, and it's very similar because AEW is funded by Tony Khan, who's not really looking necessarily to make money on the deal. He's trying to
just throwing money at it. It's a hobby. It's a really expensive hobby.
And the Saudis are not really looking to make money on this deal either. They're trying to diversify their economic interests, and they're trying to make themselves look better in the court of public opinion and all those sorts of things. So it is a similar situation. And just like WWE, they want to treat wrestlers like they are independent contractors in every way, except actually allow them to be independent contractors. They the insurance is bad or non-existent. You don't have paid holidays as much. There's no union representing those players. Same thing with PGA Tour and all that stuff. And it's all well and good for a lot of guys. A lot of guys are doing fine and making plenty of money. But also there's a lot of guys who aren't and who would like to make more money and would like to have the opportunity to do that. And that's what I find is funny is everyone pushes for capitalism in so many things except for our sports. We want blind capitalism as a country in so many areas. We want blind capitalism and the way we handle all these events. Like, how are you gonna pay for schools? We can't. I mean, you can't do it. This is capitalism.
We want our sports to be squeaky clean.
But we want the sports to be clean and funded, and you don't want anybody to come out with
the thing that's actually based on competition. We want that to be.
You don't want to actually compete. Like, this is what economic competition looks like. Like, hey, I've got more money than you. I'm going to flex that money and pay guys more, and they're going to go play for me. That's capitalism, right? I mean, greed is good. That's what you want that money to flow. So. I just find that ironic that a lot of people that are complaining about that are probably the ones who were, in their other economic worlds talking 100%. About capitalism is this. Now this is capitalism. Yeah. Can you compete? No. Now you're looking for help. No, we can't do this. We can't do that. We can't compete with these guys. Too bad.
Yeah, like I said, I'm a fan of it. It's really intriguing, man. I think one part of the reason why I am intrigued with it is that I don't actually watch golf, so I don't really care how this plans out. So I'm kind of watching it like it's a soap opera or some reality TV show. But I am kind of concerned because I'm like, okay, what's stopping somebody from doing this to the NBA or the NFL? You know what I mean? Like, I don't think anybody can come in and bust these type of moves.
No, but, they can't because the nature of the league. First of all, the nature of the event is a team sport. It's trickier to do that. You've seen other sports try to like be alternates to basketball leagues and stuff, but the players also are better represented in these sports. They have unions, they have guarantees on certain issues, they have things that they can do. Yeah. In golf, it's not the same, and they are truly independent contractors. It's not a team thing; it's individual stuff. If you get hurt, sorry, you're not playing these tournaments. That's just kind of how it goes. If you're, there's a lot of things like that.
What if somebody decided to make a true number 2 league though? It's like an international sports, like international basketball league. Where you got like the Real Madrid, like you take all these, you pluck all the top teams from all these different leagues and just say, hey, I'm going to make a global league that's, what's stopping somebody?
I mean, you could try to do that. Again, these teams are they're all in their own leagues, so it would be, could you convince, Golden State to not play in the NBA but to play in? I think that would be
Oklahoma City Thunder. Come on over.
I think there's legal issues about the charter of the team and all that stuff, but. I think the other thing is that it's not a moneymaker. Like the golf thing, the idea would be for them, you can peel off enough star guys to make it more interesting and people will watch it and will pay attention to it and it becomes a bigger thing. That's you could see their goal. You say, look, they got all this money and they're going to start throwing it around and you're able to take those guys away. It doesn't work that way in the NBA. Yeah. It also is there's a much more well-defined league structure in the NBA. You have you have a championship that's the NBA championship is the premier championship in basketball. You have other championships, but the premier one is the NBA. That's the one that everyone wants to compete for. In golf, you have the majors, but the majors don't have anything to do with the PGA
connected
Tour.
To the PGA Tour. Yeah.
So you can still have the majors, and guys can still compete in those. If those were controlled by the PGA Tour, then they'd have a much stronger hand in all this, but they're not. So these guys can still they can go play against the PGA Tour guys in the majors, which is what those guys really care about. It'll never make money, I don't think, for the Saudis. I don't think there's any way they get their investment back, but that's not the point for them, and we have no prohibition against that at this point. So, if we want to start as a country putting these things in place and stopping organizations from doing that, then so be it. I mean, but
yeah.
What do we care?
You
I mean, look at do you think Uber is making any money? None of these rideshare, DoorDash, none of these guys have made a penny. Yep. Not one penny.
They're taking L's every year.
But they're getting backed by venture capitalists and backed by other people's money and all that. So it's the same stuff that's going on. It's just where's the money coming from? If you want to, I have no problem with you having an issue with where the money's coming from. That's perfectly fine as long as you're consistent across the board. Right. About your feeling about that sort of thing, but I don't know. There's examples of this stuff everywhere in our economy.
Do you think they'll get Tiger?
No.
You think he's?
I don't think there's any way the
NWO can't get Sting to cross over.
I don't even think. I mean, I think
it's Tiger.
I mean, Tiger's played in Saudi Arabia before. I don't think it's a moral thing. I think it's just his.
I'm bigger than you.
The sponsor,
you broke
yeah. I mean.
I'm not impressed by these billions.
I mean, if you're paying Phil Mickelson $200 million or something like that, and Dustin Johnson $125 million. You'd have to pay Tiger Woods like
They made him an offer.
$1 billion.
You know what they made him an offer? It was reported high $100 million. So where do you start high hundreds at?
I mean,
800, 900?
It have to be at least 500
Probably,
based
yeah.
on Phil
Yeah, they
Mickelson
said high
getting 200.
hundreds,
So
yeah.
it'd have to be at least 500 plus. And for Tiger, like he's a billionaire. Like I don't know.
It feels like wrestling for real though.
How
Like,
much money is that going to really? I don't know. Does that change his life? I don't know.
Tiger said, "Y'all must thought I was broke."
I mean,
you see this TW on my hat? This thing made me
Tiger
billions.
Woods next conference.
So I don't think at this point, because there's still a lot of acrimony around the world to this whole thing. I don't think the sponsors are going to be on board. I don't think Nike and whoever else will be on board with it. But most of these guys are. They're making it's different for Tiger because he makes so much money from Nike and those guys. But like if you're I don't know, Dustin Johnson, like you're making money from your sponsors, but like, are you going to make $200 million from your sponsor? No. Yeah. Like it's more money guaranteed than it would be for your sponsor. So you can tell your sponsors to, sorry guys, this money's
it's been real.
This is guaranteed money, and I like it. I like that money. So
It sounds intriguing to me. Like I don't.
It's just very intriguing to watch how this whole thing plays out. I'm not the world's biggest golf fan, but I'm very intrigued by how this economically and sociologically how's this whole thing going to play out? What's going to be the impact of it? That's more interesting to me than almost anything else that's happening on the course. And I look forward to the U.S. Open. I always enjoy the U.S. Open. It's always Father's Day. Sunday is the final round of the U.S. Open. I always like to watch it. So that's cool. But like this is, I'm very intrigued by this whole situation.
Yeah,
for sure. We'll come back. We'll wrap things up here on a beautiful, incredibly steamy Wednesday here, live from the Family Leisure Studios, Real Sports Talk, Sports 56 98.5.
We are Real Sports Talk. Sports 56, WHBQ. Available on your radio dial at 560 AM, 98.5 FM, and 96.1 FM, as well as online around the world at sports56whbq.com. Take us with you everywhere by downloading the Sports 56 app. And at home, just say, Alexa, play Sports 56. Wherever you are, stay tuned in to Real Sports Talk. Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Do you know one of the best things you can do for your employees or family's health? Provide Arctic Clear bottled water. Arctic Clear bottled water is your locally owned and operated bottled water provider. Arctic Clear is 100% natural spring water with free delivery and setup, dependable service, and no long-term contracts. What an easy choice. Call Jeff Manus today, 901-382-2363, or visit arctic-clear.com. Arctic Clear bottled water. Call now, 382-2363. That's 382-2363.
Swerving, speeding, and reckless driving can leave you in your own dust. Drag racing has its consequences. You can lose your driving privileges, your vehicle, face jail time, or even lose or take a life. So slow down, Memphis. The life you save may be your own. Brought to you by the Memphis Police Department, Traffic Operations.
In the alley since 1948, the world-famous Rendezvous. John, it's so good to see everything kind of getting back to normal.
Brett, we've done a lot of ads before, but maybe it's time for me to do a recap. We have valet parking at the end of our alley on Monroe. On Fridays and Saturdays, we give away our wonderful red beans and rice until it runs out. And you know we like to do things local. Miss Barbara Jackson of O Taste and See has been making these wonderful chess and pecan pies, that's pecan, not pecan, and key lime pies for dessert. And we just started serving this wonderful gelato from Sweet Magnolia Gelato Company. And just to remind everybody, you don't eat cheese and sausage with a knife and fork. You take a cracker, you put the sausage on it, you put a piece of cheese on it, a little mustard or a little sauce, take a bite and chase it with the pickle. Brett, we've always been the place for all gatherings, whether they're corporate, rehearsal dinners, retirement parties, birthday parties, whatever. We seat anywhere from 20 people to 250 people. And oh, by the way, we are now open for lunch from 11 o'clock on Tuesday through Saturday. Come see us at the Rendezvous.
Susan, I'm sorry I'm late. Traffic is terrible.
It sure is. But on top of that, gas prices have been skyrocketing. I can't believe how expensive gas has gotten recently.
Prices at the pump are up, but I never pay full price for gas anymore. I just use the free Upside app that pays you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get paid cash when you buy gas with the Upside app?
Yes, I get real cash back every time I buy gas.
And does that actually add up to anything?
I've made around $200.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the free Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code EARN for a $5 bonus on your first tank. That's promo code EARN. You can cash out anytime right to your bank account, to PayPal, or an e-gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code EARN for a $5 bonus on your first tank. That's code EARN for a $5 bonus.
Hey, Mid-South, looking for the perfect ride that's perfect for you? We got it at Gossett Kia on the Pike. And if you don't see exactly what you want, no problem, we can order it for you. Right now at Gossett Kia, get a 2022 Kia Forte LXS, $210 a month. 2022 Kia Soul LX, $219 a month. Both 36-month leases and $27.99 due at signing. And road trip ready SUV 2022 Kia Sorrento LX, $315 a month, 36-month lease and $34.99 due at signing. And all Gossett Kias come equipped with a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. That's Gossett Kia, 1900 Covington Pike, or shop 24/7 at KiaCovingtonPike.com.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
All 36-month leases, $650 acquisition fee, $30,000 per year, 20 cents excess mileage, 0 security deposit. Forte, $89.89, $848, MSRP $20,770. Sold in $78.68.67, MSRP $20,880. Sorrento, NG $128,223, MSRP $31,980. Must finance through Kia plus tax Highland license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through 7/5/22. Dealer stock only. Warranty is a limited powertrain warranty. See Kia.com or retailer for details.
Now, back to Grind Time on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Here once again, are Peter Edmiston and Anthony Saint.
Man. All right. Before we finish up, we have I got one important thing that I got to tell you. It's hot. You know that, of course.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what else is hot? What's going on at FanDuel Sportsbook right about now? You know it. You love it. It's FanDuel Sportsbook, and here is the deal right now. You better jump in on this because the NBA Finals at most has got 2 games left. At most, 2 games left. So don't miss on your chance to score big on FanDuel Sportsbook. Throughout the NBA Finals, FanDuel is giving new customers $200 in free bets, guaranteed when you place your first $5 bet. Bet the money line, point spreads, player props, and so much more. Even use that same game parlay if you want. I think, you know, whenever people count out Boston, that's when they jump into the mix. We saw it in the Bucks series.
Mm-hmm.
They went back to Milwaukee. It was like, this thing's over. They were down 3-2. They won Game 6. They won Game 7. I still think there's something left in the bag. I think it's going back home. I think they win Game 6. I'm taking Boston. Game 6. I'm taking Jason Tatum over. I'll say over 30. I think he's going to be back in the mix, right there. Whatever your bet is, whatever you go. If you're a new customer, $200 in free bets guaranteed when you place your first $5 bet. All you have to do is sign up with promo code BIGHEAD. It's the perfect time to give FanDuel a shot. Join today with promo code BIGHEAD and turn a $5 bet into $200 in free bets, win or lose. That's promo code BIGHEAD. The only thing sweeter than watching the finals is cashing in on all the action with FanDuel, an official partner of the NBA. Got to be 21 and older and present in Tennessee. First online real money wager only. $10 first deposit required. Bonus issued is non-withdrawable free bets that expire 14 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See full terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call Tennessee Red Line 1-800-889-9789. All right, so we talk about that and getting things ready. I do think that Boston's got something left. This Boston team, they've been unpredictable in good and bad ways.
To say the least.
In good and bad ways. It's been unpredictably good and unpredictably bad. Well, I think this is the perfect time for them to show that unpredictably good side of things. Yeah. And when their backs are against the wall, one thing Ime Udoka seems to have is a real connection with these guys in desperate situations. You know, they played, really, really well in Game 7 of that series with with Miami, they played extremely well in Games 6 and 7 against the Bucks. Yeah, I think again, Games 6 and 7, I expect them to play a lot better. It feels like they kind of need. Some teams just need that little back against the wall thing. I don't know. Some teams just need that for extra motivation.
You're forgetting about something, though. You're forgetting about something.
What's that?
Game 6, Klay. Game 6, Klay Thompson. You haven't seen it all his career. I don't think that's actually going to be a thing, though.
I don't know. I mean, it might be, but I still think that Boston's got enough. But if you want to throw it on FanDuel, you want to throw in a Klay Thompson over
20 points.
Yeah, something like that, or over 6 threes, something like that. I mean, then have at it, go crazy. But to me,
wait, is my boy back? Is he back yet?
Who's your boy?
Bang!
Oh yeah, he's back.
Okay, he was on the last game.
Yeah, he's been back since Game 3.
Oh, okay. I know him to be kind of zooted up when I'm watching the games. Just remember small tidbits.
Just remember what you can remember. do the best you can. Shout out to all the texters, by the way.
It was a good text today.
Got some great texts today.
Yeah,
we
got some
appreciate
golf
that.
stuff.
We've had some fun with
people helped me with my porn star memory and all kind of stuff, man.
It's amazing on a sports talk show that brought out the most answers and comments and whatnot.
It's kind of a guy talk kind of thing. I know we do
it was a boys club kind of thing.
If I apologize, ladies.
Lady, what do you talk? The ladies didn't understand this whole thing. What do you think? Do you think ladies
Yeah,
don't watch
one
that
pretty
stuff?
pearl's been laughing at it all.
Well, she's
these
kind of
days.
an anomaly. She's kind of an exception.
No,
I
man,
don't want to count her in with the
No,
with
man.
the masses.
Listen, I know plenty of ladies that enjoy those videos as well. So
Right,
don't worry about it. That's not why people act
I
like
feel you on that.
women have. I mean, we need to just appreciate.
Yeah, the great
let
actors and
ladies
actresses.
let ladies have fun and enjoy themselves out there, man. We spent too long.
Yeah, man, be liberated today.
Exactly, pretending that women's sex drives and stuff don't matter.
Yeah, there you go.
I read a piece to today talking about on movies. We got all these movies with all these people with great bodies, but nobody's actually sex drive. Nobody's horny. Nobody's out there trying to get. We don't have that, and I think that's sad. I think that's sad, man.
Yeah, man.
We need to teach these kids right.
I'm trying to get paid off saying though. So, I'm gonna start a Juicy Same face. With it, OnlyFans. He ain't gonna do it.
Man versus BBW. Let's get it going. Hey man, we out, man.
So all I can say to that is on that one.
Undefeated. FEET. There you go.
No Jim Ross today. No, we're not out and all that good stuff.
Tomosexual.
There
That's
you
you. That's you right
We
there.
gotta go.
We're fans. We're out of time.
Slipping into the darkness is next. We gotta go.
Coming up next. Up all night.
Cinemax After Dark. Friday After Dark is next. We gotta go.
Real sex. They're going live to some weird Dutch colony of
cloggers.
Nudist colony. It's terrible. You're going to think it's cool, but it's not. I promise you. All right, we got to get out of here. Y'all have a good one.